So, so now I will be starting capital budgeting chapter. Now, what do you understand by term capital budgeting? Do you have any idea what is capital budgeting? Till now, we have discussed about cost of capital. We have seen the introduction of financial management. Now, you just let me. What do you understand by term capital budgeting? Any idea? What is capital budgeting? Not audible. Okay, so you are saying forecasting the expenditure. Yeah, it is a part of capital budgeting, right? Forecasting the expenditure. Any other answer would you like to give? Any other answer related to capital budgeting would you like to give? Okay, areas where company wants to invest. It is a part of capital budgeting. Areas for investment. Very good. Chalo. Now, if I tell you the alternative name of capital budgeting, so it's also known as investment decision making, right? It is also known as investment decision making. This is the alternate name of capital budgeting, right? Now, when you will be using this chapter, why we are learning this chapter, right? Let's suppose you are joining a company and your company is planning to start new vertical, or you can say new product. Now, definitely, if company wants to manufacture new product or they want to start new branch, so lots of expenditure they have to do, right? Definitely, if company wants to manufacture new product or they want to start new branch, so lots of expenditure they have to do, right? So if I take example of company like Reliance Limited, Tata, HUL, if they will come up with any new product now, so definitely they have to spend something around 1,000 crore or 2,000 crore to start that product, right? They will be first constructing the manufacturing unit. They will be requiring machineries, they will be requiring building, they will be requiring land, etc., etc. Right? Now it's a big investment, right? So before investing so much money into any tech, what these companies do lots of analysis, right? And every company do such kind of analysis before investing their money, right? Let's suppose you're planning to buy any product, right? If you're planning to buy let's suppose iPhone, so what you will be doing, you will be doing lots of research, right? Whether you should buy iPhone or you should buy Samsung phone, right? You do lots of research, right? Because this phone, cell phones are very costly, right? If you are buying good phones, so minimum amount which you have to spend is around 80 to 1 lakh rupees. So similarly, what companies they do love analysis. So here we will be learning those techniques. What we have to do, we have to learn the techniques that which product is how to decide that which product is suitable for company or which investment opportunity is suitable for company. So here we will learn that let's suppose if there are 3 investment opportunities, company is having option to start 3 products. So we have to tell that which product will give best profit in coming years, right? These things we will be learning under capital budgeting chapter, right? Now further, when you will be learning the capital budgeting chapter, so we have to do lots of we have to apply lots of finance related formulas, right? We have to apply lots of finance related concepts, and after that we will be getting the best result. I'm taking very simple example here. I'm taking very simple example. Let's suppose you are planning to start a business where you have to invest 10 lakh rupees. You are planning to start restaurant business, and in this business what you have to do to invest 10 lakh rupees initially. अब अगर आप 10 लाख रुपए इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, so definitely you will be expecting some profit from your business in coming years. And let's suppose your intention is to continue this business for 5 years. You will be expecting some profit from your business in coming years. And let's suppose your intention is to continue this business for 5 years. Your intention is to continue this business for 5 years. In first year, let's say you will be making a profit of 3 lakh rupees. Here, what you have done, you have forecasted the profit. These techniques we will be learning. We will learn under this chapter, right? That how to forecast the profit. In first chapter, first class, I have discussed that how you can forecast the profit. But again, we will revise this concept and we do few cases on this particular forecasting of sales and forecasting of profit. So let's say you have forecasted the profit and you found that in first year you will be making profit of 3 lakh rupees. In second year you will be making the profit of 3 lakh 50,000. In third year you will be making the profit of 3 lakh 20%. In fourth year, you will be making the profit of 4 lakh rupees. And in fifth year, you will be making the profit of 20,000 rupees, right? So how much you have invested into this business? You have invested 10 lakh rupees into business, right? And if you see what total return you will be able to generate in 5 years, the total return which you will be able to generate in 5 years is 17 lakh 95,000 rupees, right? If I do the total here. So total return which you will be generating in 5 years is 17 lakh 95,000 rupees. Now just let me know whether you should start this business or not. Definitely here profits are more than your expenditure, right? So you should start the business. Right? So this is a simple example I have taken to make you understand that what actually is capital budgeting. So if you're investing your hard-earned money to some project now, so before that, what you have to do, you have to analyze whether that project will be giving you sufficient profit or not, right? If project is not giving you sufficient profit, you should not start the business. Right? But if project is giving you sufficient profit, then you should go for that project. Right? Now, there could be chances that you are having 3 options of project. You are having 3 options. Let's suppose you are having 3 businesses in your mind, right? And all 3 businesses are profitable. How you will make the decision that which business you should start? Obviously, the business which will be giving you high profit, that business you will be starting. That business you will be starting. Now, if I ask you here, when you are investing the money on day 0, on day 0, what you are doing? You are investing the on day 0, you are investing the money. On day 0, you are investing the money. How much you are investing on day 0? You are investing 10 lakh rupees, right? Here, when you will be receiving first profit, you will be receiving first profit at the end of first year. You will be receiving second profit at the end of second year. You will be receiving third profit at the end of third year. You will be receiving fourth year profit at the end of fourth year, right? And fifth profit you will be receiving at the end of fifth year, right? That is 4.2 lakh. Now, I will be asking you very simple question. You just let me know when you have invested the money today. That is day 0. When you will be getting the profit, you will be getting the profit at the end of first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. Right now, you won't be receiving the profit. You will be receiving the profit in coming years. Right now, what we are doing, we are comparing our current cash outflow. What is the current cash outflow here? Current cash outflow is of rupees 10 lakh. We are comparing our current cash outflow with future cash inflow. With future cash inflow. Now, you just let me know, is it a peer comparison according to you? Is it a peer comparison? No, it is not a peer comparison. Why? Because you will be earning these profits in future. Right? You will be earning these profits in future, but you are investing 10 lakh rupees right now. Right? You are investing 10 lakh rupees right now. Hello, I am taking very simple example. If I say that I am teaching you finance, right? I am teaching you finance, but I am in need of 10 lakh rupees, right? So what I've done, I have requested you all that I want 10 lakh rupees. So just, what do? You just आप लोग fund इकट्ठा करो and give it to me. And what I will be doing, I will be returning this 10 lakh rupees to you after 3 years. What I've said that I will be giving you this money after 3 years. So right now, what you have done? Right now, you have given me 10 lakh rupees. And what I am doing, I'm returning this money to you after 3 years. Now you just let me know the value of 10 which you will be receiving after 3 years. Is it going to be same the value which is right now for 10 lakh rupees? It will. Why it will increase? You are not investing. You are not getting any interest from my side. I won't be giving you any interest. ना I said that कि मैंने तुम्हें finance पढ़ाया है, तो क्या तुम मेरे से interest लोगे? हाँ, हाँ. Definitely, future value of money will decrease. Yes or no? Yes. Future value of money will decrease just because of purchasing power parity concept. Triple P concept is there. Let's suppose today what you can do, you can buy a car, sedan car, 10 lakh rupees. Right? If you want to buy a good sedan car, so bare minimum you have to invest 10 lakh rupees. But right now, if I take example of 3 years, after 3 years, if you will buy a sedan car, so bare minimum you will be investing 12 lakh rupees to buy a good sedan car, right? Bare minimum, you have to invest 12 lakh rupees in future to buy a sedan car. So you can see here that 10 lakh value will become 12 lakh if you are investing it properly, right? Otherwise, if you are not investing it properly or you are giving your money to someone without proper interest rate, so the value of your money will depreciate. Why I'm saying the value of your money will depreciate? Right now, what you have done, today is day 0. You have given 10 lakh rupees. Let's suppose this is you and you have given me 10 lakh rupees. I'm saying, मैंने तुम्हें finance पढ़ाया. So how could you charge, how can you charge interest from me, right? And I said that after 3 years, I will be giving 10 lakh rupees to you. Now, you know, the value of this money will decrease. Why? Because the purchasing power of 10 lakh rupees will decrease in future, right? You won't be able to buy this sedan after 3 years at 10 lakh. You have to pay 12 lakh, right? So the value of money is decreasing if you are not investing it properly, right? And you have given money without charging any interest. It means you are getting zero return from your money. So here, what we have to do, whenever we are earning any future cash flows, what we have to do, we have to calculate the present value of those future bid for today, right? We have to calculate the present value. So in capital busting chapter, or in real life also, every time what you will be doing, you will be calculating the present value, right? In terms of when you will learn valuation or equity research kind of subject now, there what you have to do, have to apply this concept every time. Even though nowadays in accounting, right, when you will learn IFRS or INDES, so there, you know, we apply present value concept, right? So present value concept as a common concept है ना, जो हर जगह finance में applicable होता है. Now what is present value? That we have to understand, है ना? Here, I can't do peer comparison if I'm not calculating the present value here. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say? I am not doing peer comparison if I'm not calculating the present value, right? So comparison is not a correct comparison, right? This comparison is not a correct comparison. I should not decide whether I should start the business right now without calculating the present value of future cash flows. अब इसके आगे क्या चीजें हमें देखनी है? अब मैं आपको एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल लेके दे रहा हूँ, right? Let's suppose what you are doing, you are investing your money right now. You are investing your money right now into the bonds, right? How much investing? Let's suppose you are investing 1 lakh rupees. How much you are investing? You are investing 1 lakh rupees into bonds right now. Now, let's suppose bonds is giving you interest. That is 8%, right? You will be receiving interest. How much? You will be receiving interest of 8% from the bonds, right? Now, the maturity period bond is given here 8 years, right? In 5 years, your bonds will mature, right? In 5 years, your bonds will mature. Now, here, your interest amount is going to be reinvest every year, right? You won't be getting the interest. That interest amount will be reinvested every year. Again, I'm repeating, whatever interest you will be, whatever interest will acquire your bonds, now it will get reinvest again. Do you know what is the meaning of reinvest? कौन सा concept लगेगा? If your interest is getting reinvested again and again, which concept will be applicable? Hari, don't use phone. Achha. So which concept will be applicable? You just let me know. Compounding, right? If your interest is getting reinvest again and again, so here compounding concept will be applicable, right? Now, if you see here, if I show you the calculation, so on day 0, you are investing money 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? How much you will be investing right now? You will be investing 1 lakh rupees right? Now you just let me know what interest you will be receiving if you are investing your money right now. It is going to be 8%, right? It is going to be how much? It is going to be 8%, right? Now, what is going to be the closing balance of your investment? It is going to be 1,08,000 because your interest is getting accrued, but you won't be able to withdraw that interest. Now, again, next year you will be getting interest on interest. Yes or no? You will be getting interest on interest. How much interest you will be getting? You will be getting 8% interest. You will be getting how much interest? You will be getting 8% interest. What is going to be the total value of your investment? It is going to be 1,08,000 plus 1,640. So this is going to be the total value of your investment. Now, if I copy this value here, so at the end, how much you will be receiving? At the end, how much you will be receiving? You will be receiving 1,46,932. How you have invested? You have invested 1 lakh rupees. And at the end, how much you will be receiving? You will be receiving 1,46,932. Are you able to understand? Is it clear how much you will be receiving? You will be receiving 1,46,932. Am I clear? You will be receiving how much? Why you are receiving 1,46,932? Because every year the value of your money is increasing. By what percentage? By 8%, right? By 8%, right? Now, if you are going to receive some future profits, for that, what you have to do, you calculate the present value. Now, you know what formula I have applied to calculate the future value? Is it possible for you to find out what formula I have applied to calculate? future value. Do you know how to calculate future value? Do you know the formula of compounding? Do you know the formula of compounding? This is the formula, Nalax. We use this formula to calculate the future value. Yes or no? Don't you remember which formula we use? I can use this formula and I can show you the calculation, right? How we have calculated 1,46,932. Here present value is 1 lakh, right? Multiply 1 plus R. R is 8% here. Okay, I am taking 8%. Then power 5. So I'm getting this answer here, right? I'm getting the same answer here, right? Simply, I can say that I've taken 1.08 and I have taken the power 5 here, right? Here, if I elaborate this formula or show you the derivation. So what is going to be the derivation of this formula? It is going to be present value into 1 plus R is 1.08 into 1.08 into 1.08 for 5 I have to do. Right? For 5 times what I have to do, I have to multiply present value with 1.08. Is it clear? This is how I have to calculate values. Am I clear? समझ में आया क्या? चलो. So now, we have calculated the future value. What is the future value? Future value is 1,46,932. But let's suppose if present value is missing in the question, is it possible for you to calculate a present value from this formula? How you will be calculating the present value? Let's suppose if present value is missing in the question, but future value is given. So how you will frame the formula? Formula will be very simple. It is going to be present value, future value divided by 1 plus R to the power n. Right? This is how we can calculate the present value. Now, guys, if you see here, this is the future value. This is the future value of 1 lakh rupees. Right? So 5-year future value is 1,46,932. Which means you are investing 1 lakh rupees. Right now, after 5 years, how much you will be getting? You will be getting 1,46,932 rupees. If I ask you to calculate the present value of this future value for 4th year, is it possible for you to calculate present value of this future value for 4th year? Future value of 5th year is 1,46,000. Right? Now, if I ask you to bring this 5th year future value to present value of 4th year, for 4th year. So how you will be doing? Simply, you will be dividing it by 1.08. You will be dividing it by 1.08. Right? I am following the method. If I want to calculate future value, so what I will be doing, I will be multiplying this principal value with 1.08. That is 1 plus rate for 5 times. Just listen to me very carefully. If I want to calculate future value for the 5th year, again, I'm repeating, just listen to me very carefully. If I want to calculate the future value of 1 lakh rupees for the 5th year, so 5 times what I will be doing, I will be multiplying the 1 lakh with 1.08. If I want to calculate future value for 4th year, if I want to calculate future value for 4th year, so 4 times I will be multiplying it with 1.08. If I want to calculate future value for 3 years or for the 3rd year, so what I will be doing, I will be multiplying present value with 1.08 for 3 times. Similarly, if I want to bring back this future value to present value, so I will divide now. Right? For future value, we multiply. For present value, what we will be doing, we will be dividing. This is a very simple concept. Right? It is a very simple concept. So you have to keep this concept in your mind. So what I will be doing, if I want to calculate the present value of future value for the 4th year, so एक बार मैं 1.08 से divide करूंगा. अगर मुझे इसका 3rd year के लिए प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करना है, यानी इसको 2 साल आगे लेके आना है ना, फ्यूचर वैल्यू इसको 2 साल लेके आना है. सो मैं कितने बार डिवाइड करूंगा इसको? पावर ले लूं क्या इसका? राइट? सो दिस इज हाउ आई विल बी कैलकुलेटिंग एंड यू कैन सी both the values are same here. Right? Both the values are same here. Right? If I want to calculate present value for the 2nd year, so what I will be dividing it by 1.08 power 3. Right? So I'm following reverse method now. If I want to calculate future value, multiply. If I want to calculate present value, I will be dividing. Is this concept is clear to everyone? Pakka? Chalo. So now I think I should take examples, so you will be getting more clarity on this concept. And I will be showing you the Excel calculations also. Is it clear how I have calculated these values? Chalo, write down example with me, so you will be getting more clarity. Example number 1. Invested 5 lakh rupees, right? Interest 7%. Maturity period. Let's suppose here maturity period is of 5 years. Just calculate what is going to be the future value. In fraction of seconds, I want answer. Calculate future value. What is going to be the future value here? Quickly tell me the answer. What is going to be the future value in this case? What is going to be the answer? Simply you have to apply the formula, right? So here present value is given, then multiply 1 plus R. R is 7%. Then close the bracket. Then x to the power 5. This formula you have to apply and you will be getting the answer. Answer is 7,01,275. Is it clear? Yes. Is there any problem in this question? Chalo, we will write down one more question. Here, this formula we have to use. Present value into 1 plus R raised to the power n. Done? Chalo. Now example 2. You won a lottery. You won a lottery of, let's suppose, 50 lakh rupees. You won a lottery of rupees 50 lakh, right? You can redeem the amount. Amount can be redeemed. Amount can be redeemed after 20 years, right? Amount can be redeemed after 20 years. What you have to do, you have to find out the present value. Find out the present value. You won a lottery of 20 rupees, 50 lakh rupees, and this amount can be redeemed after 20 years. है ना? 20 साल के बाद आपको ये 50 लाख मिलेंगे. इस 50 लाख की वैल्यू आज क्या होगी? What interest rate I have to give you? Interest rate is, let's suppose, 8%. Interest rate is 8%. Find out the present value, right? So I'm giving you 1 minute time. Do it fast. If you see here, so how we can calculate the present value, we have to use formula. What is going to be the formula? Just reverse formula we have to use. Another formula which we have used for future value. For present value, we will be using the reverse formula, that is future value 1 plus R raised to the power. Right, this formula what we have to do, we have to use. Now, if you see here, so present value is 50 lakh. A future value is 50 lakh divided by 1 plus R. R is 8%. Then raised to the power 20, right? You can see here that what is the present value of 50 lakh, which you will be receiving after 20 years. The present value is 10 lakh rupees only, right? What is the present value? The present value is 10 lakh, it is 1/5, right? If somebody is saying that he will be giving you 50 lakh rupees after 20 years, the value of 50 lakh after 20 years is going to be 10 lakh. 40. Are you able to understand? For today, the value of 50 lakh is 10 lakh. And here I have taken bare minimum interest rate. Interest rate is bare minimum, risk-free interest rate I'm taking here, right? So you can see the value of 50 lakh today is 1/5 only, which you will be receiving after 20 years. I will be showing you the Excel formula, how you can calculate these values by using Excel formula. So just note down Excel formula, just focus here. Now, if I want to calculate future value, so I will be using this Excel formula. Future value, just see here, future value, then open up the bracket, then we have to select rate here, right? What is the rate? Rate is 7%. Then NPR is given. NPR means 5. NPR means number of periods. Then PMT is given. We are not making any payment, so PMT is going to be 0 here. We are not making any payment. In the beginning of year, we are investing the amount. That is not a PMT. That is a present value, right? So here minus 5 lakh we have to take. Why minus I'm taking here? Because whenever PMT comes, we have to take negative value somewhere. Otherwise, we will be getting the negative answer, right? So whenever PMT comes, we have to take one value as a negative, and I'm taking 5 lakh as a negative. Then here type is going to be always 0. Close the bracket. And if I press enter here, so I'm getting the same answer. 7,01,275. You just write down equal to P and open up the bracket. After that, you have to follow the instruction and you will be getting the answer. Am I clear? Yeah. Yeah. Chalo, I will repeat it again. If you see present value, open up the bracket. Rate is given here 7%. Rate is 7%. Then comma, if you see number of period is 5 year. PMT is going to be 0 because we are not making any payment. In the beginning of the year, we are investing the money and that is going to be considered as a present value. So minus 5 lakh I will be taking here. Then comma, type is given, type is going to be 0. Right? I will press enter here and we will be getting the answer. Why I'm getting wrong answer? Acha, I have to take future value. I have taken wrong formula. Chalo. Rate is 7%. NPR is 5. PMT is going to be 0. Then minus. I have to take present value. Then 0. If I close the bracket here. So this is going to be the answer. Similarly, if I want to calculate the present value, I'm showing you the Excel formula here. What is going to be the Excel formula? Excel formula is going to be here. Is equal to future present value I have to calculate. Open up the bracket, rate is 8%, NPR is 20, PMT going to be 0, then future value I will be taking here minus 50 lakh, then comma, then no, and then close the bracket and you will be getting the answer, that is 10,72,741. This formula you can use to calculate present value and future value directly from Excel. Is this formula is clear? I have to discuss some more advanced concept. So are you comfortable with present value and future value? Pakka? Chalo. Now I have to take you more examples here. So you will be getting more clarity. Just focus here, guys. Now just focus. Let's suppose you know what you are planning to do. This is going to be example number 3 now. So present value. Huh? Present value. Nikala na present value. Excel से निकाल. नहीं ये प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकाला ना मैंने. इक्वल टू पीवी बस लिखना है और क्या. हाँ प्रेजेंट वैल्यू का ऑब्वियसली इक्वल टू पीवी स्टार्ट होगा ना. जस्ट राइट डाउन इक्वल टू पीवी एंड यू हैव टू फॉलो द इंस्ट्रक्शंस. Is it clear? Chalo, I am writing down example number 3 now. Just focus here. You are planning to start. You are planning to start Vada Pav Center. You are planning to start Vada Pav Center, right? And if you are planning to start Vada Pav Center, how much you have to invest? You have to invest, let's suppose, 10 lakh rupees. Just focus here, guys. You have to invest how much? You have to invest 10 lakh rupees, right? So you will be investing 10 lakh when you are planning to start Vada Pav Center, right? Now, after that, if you see, how much profit you will be making from this Vada Pav Center. So I am taking that you will be running this Vada Pav Center for 5 years. Right? I am taking the example, you will be running Vada Pav Center for 5 years. Usually when you start the business now, your intention related to business is going to be lifelong. Right? That you will be running that business for lifelong. But for your understanding purpose, I am taking 5 years example now, and later on I will be taking infinite duration also. But right now I am taking 5 years per year. Right? Now, if you see here, let's suppose first year you will be making the profit of 3 lakh rupees. Second year you will be making profit of 3,50,000. Third year you will be making the profit of 2 lakh rupees. Right? Fourth year you will be making the profit of 5 lakh rupees. And in sixth year you will be making the profit of 5,50,000 rupees. Right? So these are the profit which you will be making in coming years. Right? These are the profit which you will be making in coming years. So how much you will be investing? You will be investing 10 lakh rupees. In coming years you will be making these profits, right? You will be earning these profits in coming years, right? Now here, I have to take a rate of interest. Do you know how we can calculate the rate? Do you know the method to calculate the rate? We have discussed about weighted average cost of capital. Do you remember we have discussed about weighted average cost of capital? The weighted average cost of capital is the discounting rate. It is the discounting rate. right? That is the reason I have given lots of importance to weighted average cost of capital, because lifelong you will be using weighted average cost of capital, right? So weighted average cost of capital is your discounting rate. Right? That is your discounting rate. Now let's suppose your discounting rate is 10%. Right? Your discounting rate is how much? It's 10%. I will write down here WACC, so you will be able to recall. You just write down WACC also in bracket. Let's suppose your discounting rate is not 10%, I'm taking 12%, right? Now, what I will be doing, these are future cash flows, right? These are future cash flows. I have to find out the present value of these future cash flows, right? What I have to do, I have to find out the present value of these future cash flows. So I can do peer comparison here. So what I will be doing, I will be solving this question here. You just focus and follow the steps. So I'm writing down the solution here. How much you are investing on day 0? First, we will write down years here, then cash flows. Right here, 0, yeah, how much you are investing? You are investing 10 lakh rupees on day 0, and these profits you will be making in coming years, right? These are the profit which you will be making in coming years, right? Now, if I want to calculate present value, so which formula I will be using to calculate the present value, guys? Future value 1 plus r power n, right? Power n. Here you just let me know what is going to be the 1 plus r. For the question, what is going to be 1 plus r? 1 plus 12%. Yes, so we can take 1.12, right? 12% means 0.12. 12% means 0.12, right? And if I do 1 plus 0.12, so it is going to be 1.12, right? Now, here n is also required, right? N is also required. So n is going to be 1 for 3 lakh, because you'll be receiving this money after 3 years, after 1 year. So for this 3 lakh, n is going to be 1. For 3 lakh 50, then n is going to be 2. For 2 lakh, n is going to be 3. For 5 lakh, n is going to be 4. And for 5 lakh 50,000, n is going to be 5. Why I'm saying n is going to be 5 for 5 lakh 50,000? Because you will be receiving this 5 lakh 50,000 after 5 years, right? If I talk about this 5 lakh rupees, you will be receiving this 5 lakh after 4 years. So n is going to be 4 anyhow, right? So here I will write down n, and I will copy this data here. So n is going to be the same, and year n is going to be the same. Chalo. Now I will apply this formula. So what is the future value for first year? Future value is 3 lakh divided by 1.12, 1 plus r, 1.12 here. Then power, I have to select n. So n is going to be 1 here, right? Is going to be 1 here. You have to follow the steps. Huh? I am repeating it again. Here, if you see, what is the future value? Future value is 3 lakh divided by 1 plus r. 1 plus r is going to be 1.12. I'm writing it down manually. It is 1.12. 1 plus r is 1.12. Then you have to apply this raised to the power. Raised to the power for first year is going to be, it is going to be 1. Is it clear? Now I will press enter here. And now I have to copy this data. I have to copy this data. And you will be able to find out the present value of future cash flows. Right? You will be able to find the present value of future cash flows and how much you are investing. You are investing 10 lakh rupees. How much you are investing? 10 lakh rupees. Now, if I calculate the present value of cash inflows, right? So what is the present value of cash inflows? Present value of cash inflows is here. If you see, I will do the total of all the 5 present value. And present value of cash inflow is how much? It is 13,19,075, right? If I'm not calculating present value and directly if I'm calculating the total of cash in, so what is the total of cash inflows? Total of cash inflows is 19 lakh. But if you will calculate the present value of these cash inflows, so the present value is going to be 13 lakh. जो future cash flow is 19 lakh, अब वो कितने हो गए? वो 13 lakh rupees हो गए, right? What is the present value of cash outflow? Present value of cash outflow is how much? It is 10 lakh rupees. How much you invest? You're investing 10 lakh rupees. So what is going to be your net profit or net present value? Your net present value is going to be 13 lakh minus 10 lakh. And your business will be giving you profit of 31 lakh 3 lakh 19,075 rupees. Your net present value of cash outflow is how much it is? 10 lakh rupees. How much you invest? You're investing 10 lakh rupees. So what is going to be your net profit or net present value? Your net present value is going to be 13 lakh minus 10 lakh. And your business will be giving you profit of 31 lakh 3 lakh 19,075 rupees. You should start this business. Now just let me know if you are having any question. You want to ask any question? Yeah, I am giving you some time. You just do it, and after that we will discuss the formula, short formula, that how you can calculate the NPV directly. Just take your time and calculate. So I will be telling you the formula. What you can do in fraction of seconds, you can calculate the present value of cash inflows, right? Here, what we have done, we have calculated present value for every year. We have calculated present value for every year. Here now I will use the Excel formula to calculate present value of cash inflows, right? I'm using the Excel formula. Now, what is the formula here? Formula, just for the steps, you have to write down now NPV is equal to NPV, right? Open up the bracket. Open up the bracket. What is the discounting rate? Rate they are asking. Rate is 12%. And the rate is 12%. After that, comma, and you have to select the values. Nothing you have to do. You have to select the values. Value 1, value 2, value 3. You have to select values. Which values I will be selecting? Obviously, I have to calculate present value. So I will be selecting future value. Right? So these values I have to select. Right? I have to select these values. That is future value. Are you able to understand? Rate के बाद कॉमा लगाओ, फिर सीधे सीधे पूरा की पूरी future value select कर दो. बस उसके बाद कुछ नहीं करना. Close the bracket and press enter here. Right? So you can see the answer which we have calculated manually and the answer which we are calculating by using formula, both are same. Is it clear? So you can use this method and directly you can calculate the present value of cash series, right? Instead of using manual process, right? Is it clear? Chalo. Now, we have discussed, right? We have discussed here in this question. What happened? बगल वाले से पूछो, बगल वाले से पूछो. Yeah. If you see here, so now, we have seen that how to calculate present value, and we have also understood that how to make decision whether you should start the project or not. If your business is profitable, how I will be calculating the profit? Focus here, guys. How I will be calculating profit? Simply, I have to calculate the present value of cash inflows. It means total profit, and I have to reduce by total expenditure or total invested amount. And here, what net profit I will be able to generate from this business? That's 3,19,075. Now, if I want to calculate that in terms of percentage, what profit I will be earning every year? And if I want to calculate in terms of percentage, this overall profit, 3,19,000 is overall profit for 5 years, right? This is the profit you will be making in the 5 years. But if I ask you that how much profit exactly you will be able to generate from this business in terms of percentage, so is it possible for you to calculate? Yeah, it is possible. I will be telling you how to calculate, right? There is a concept of IRR, that is internal rate of return. In detail, I will be discussing internal rate of return in coming lectures, but right now I'm giving you idea that what is internal rate of return, right? Internal rate of return tells you that how much return you'll be able to generate from the given business, right? How much return you will be able to generate from the given business, right? And this formula is very easy. Simply what you have to do, you have to apply the Excel formula. You have to write down is equal to, just focus, equal to, then IRR, right? You have to write down IRR, then open up the bracket. Nothing you have to do, simply you have to select all the cash flows. And I include negative cash flow, including cash outflow, right? You have to include negative cash flow also. IRR, open up the bracket, select all the cash flows, including 10 lakh rupees minus 10 lakh rupees, and just press enter here. Just press enter, and you can see that how much return you are able to generate from your business. It is 23%, right? On an average, you will be able to generate how much? You will be able to generate 23% return. Am I clear? Am I clear how much return you will be to generate? That is 23%, right? Now, if your return is 23%, and we have seen the cost also, what is the cost of business? What is the cost of business? 12%. Very good. Cost of business is how much it is? 12%. That is weighted average cost of capital. So here, cost of business is 12% and return of business is 23%. So what is going to be the net return? Net return is going to be how much? It is going to be 23 minus 12. Net return is 11%. Right? Your net return is how much? It is 11%. Is it clear, guys? समझा क्या? Huh? I am showing you the Excel wala PV again. Is equal to, write on NPV. Right? Write on NPV. Open up the bracket. Then rate we have to select. You can see rate we have to select. Rate is 12%. Then comma we have to select values. Right? Values means we have to select all the cash inflows, future cash inflows. Is it clear? And press enter here. This is how you have to calculate. Is this concept is clear? So now we will solve station as two alternative under consideration. Project A requires capital outlay of 12 lakh rupees and B requires 18 lakh rupees outlay, right? So I am changing the name here. Let's project A is Vada Pav and project B we can take Misal Pav, right? So there are two projects. One is Vada Pav and is Misal Pav, which requires cash outlay of 12 and 18 lakh rupees. Project A means here Vada Pav. Project Vada Pav rupees 4 lakh per year and project Misal Pav rupees 5 lakh 80,000 per year. So ये cash inflows आएंगे इससे, right? These are the cash inflows from project Vada Pav. You will be getting cash flows of 4 lakh rupees for 5 years, and from project Misal Pav you will be getting 5 lakh 8,000 rupees cash inflows. The cost of capital is 10%. That is weighted average cost of capital, which will be used as a discounting rate. So which two project is preferable from viewpoint of net present value method, right? So now if I write down the values here, so first I will write down the year, then I will write down the cash flow, right? Then I will write down the N here, and then I will calculate the amount, right? Just focus here, guys. And here I will repeat the same process. This is project Vada Pav. And here I will take project Misal Pav. Right? How much you have to invest in Vada Pav? 12 lakh rupees, right? So I will write down 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will copy this here. So how much you have to invest here in project Vada Pav? You have to invest 12 lakh rupees, right? And what are going to be the cash flows? It is going to be 4 every year, right? So I will be taking here 4 lakh. And in this case, how much you have to invest? You have to invest 18 lakh rupees. And every year you will be getting 5 lakh 80,000 rupees, right? And here it is going to be same. Now N is going to be same. That is 1 to 5, and here also N is going to be same 1 to 5. Now, if I want to calculate present value, so I will apply the formula, that is future value divided by 1 plus R. So 1 plus R is going to be, discounting rate is 10%. So it's going to be 1.10 and power 1. Here I take power 1, right? And I will copy this value. So you will be able to calculate present value. Is this concept is clear? This is how we have to calculate the present value. And simply what I can do, I can copy these values here. So I will be getting the present value for this second project, right? Now, if I do the total here, so I will be able to calculate present value of cash inflows. So that is going to be how much? It is 15 lakh 16,314, right? This is the present value of cash inflows. The present value of cash inflows is 21 lakh 98,656, right? Now, what is the present value of outflow? Present value of cash outflow is 12 lakh in this, right? It is 12 lakh in this case, and in second case it is how much? It is 18 lakh, right? So hopefully you are able to calculate the present value of cash inflows. Do you have any doubt in this concept? Chalo. Now what is going to be the net present value? net present value is going to be this minus 12 lakh, right? And here in this case, the present net present value is 3 lakh 98,656, right? How much is the present value? Here I've calculated the values also. Now, according to you, which project we should start? Obvious project, Misal Pav, we should start, right? So you will be getting more profit from Misal Pav project. Am I clear? You will be getting more return from Misal Pav project. Now I can tell formula also, guys. You can apply a direct formula to calculate present value of cash inflows. Which formula you can apply? You can apply NPV formula, right? Open up the bracket. Rate is given here 10%. Rate is 10%, then comma, and you have to select all the cash inflows. You have to select all the cash inflows. I have applied NPV formula, and you have to select all cash inflows. Are you able to understand? And just press the bracket here, and you will be getting the present value of cash inflows. And same I can do here, and I will be getting the present value of cash inflows. So this is how what you have to do. You have to solve this question. Hopefully, you are able to understand. Right? Simply, if you want to calculate IRR, what you will be doing, you will be applying formula that is IRR, open up the bracket, and select all the values. In case of IRR, you have to select negative value also. Press enter. Here IRR is 20%, and here we will see, I will do it manually. I will copy. Here, what is going to be the IRR? Here IRR is going to be 18%. Here IRR is how much? It is 18%, right? So if I'm considering NPV, so as per NPV, I should start which project? I should start this project, right? But if you see the IRR, as per IRR, which project I should start? As per IRR, which project I should start? A, right? So now there is a conflict here. Like that conflict we will be discussing in future, that how you have to decide. Because IRR is also important factor. Because if you see Vada Pav business is giving you more return in terms of percentage. But in terms of rupees, business is giving you more return, Misal Pav. So now there is a conflict. That conflict I will be discussing in coming lecture. Right now I won't be discussing it, this concept. But in coming lecture, I will be telling you that which function you have to use to decide which project you should select. Right. So just note down this solution, and then we will move towards next concept.